Hey everybody, welcome back to Real Good Pilates. I'm Michelle, and today is day 5 of our Real Good Pilates Holiday Challenge. So I hope you've been enjoying it so far. If you haven't had a chance to try the previous 4 challenge workouts, be sure to check those out. I will link them down below. And remember, if you do all 5 of the workouts before January 3rd, you're subscribed to the channel, you like, comment on each of the videos, and share the challenge with a friend, you will be eligible to be entered for a fun giveaway, okay? So the details for all of that are down in the description below, so check it out there, okay? So without further ado, let's get into our final challenge workout for the holidays. This one is going to be all about our spine. So it's going to be some good spinal mobility and strength that should feel really good to wrap up our challenge together, okay? So come down onto your mats. We're going to have our feet flat, knees bent. Place your hands onto your hips, and then just start with a nice gentle rock of your pelvis. Okay, you don't have to overthink it. Just kind of tuck and tilt your pelvis back and forth as you take some nice deep breaths to kind of settle into your mat. Yeah, feel your ribs nice and heavy. Feel the feet grounded into the floor. And then just kind of check out where the mobility of that low back is starting out today. Good. Now you can start taking your hands down next to you onto the mat. Now when you tuck your tail under into that tuck of the pelvis, you're going to continue it and roll up all the way into a bridge. Hold here as you inhale. And then exhale, soften your chest, articulate the spine to roll back down, and then release to a nice neutral pelvis. And we'll do that again. So feel like your tailbone's like a shovel. You're going to scoop down to roll up, open the front of the hips, find a big full breath at the top, and then exhale, try to lengthen out the spine as you roll back to your mat. Good, couple more times. So really finding some nice articulation through the spine, waking up the glutes and the hamstrings, and then roll back through. So good. Couple more times just like that. Try to open up the chest, feel wide through the collarbones, and then release to the mat. Good. Let's do that one more time, and then we're going to add on a little arm work to this. So come down to your mat. We're going to add an arm circle with our hip roll, and we're going to turn it into just a 2-breath pattern. So we're going to exhale, roll through the spine, end up with your arms reaching back overhead, and as you inhale, you're going to roll back to the mat as your arms circle around and down. So it's an exhale to roll up, open the shoulders, and then inhale to roll and release. Very good. So now we have 2 counts instead of 4 to fit in that articulation. So we have to be nice and kind of economical, getting up there quicker and then down. Good. And then coordinating that with the arms. Nice. Really feel the shoulder blades, almost getting a massage along the floor as the shoulders find the circle. All right, now let's reverse the arms. So you're going to circle out and around to reach back. As the hips are up, the arms are overhead, and then we roll down and drop the hands. Good, so it's an exhale to go around, inhale to release. Good. The faster we move, it gets more challenging to really find that segmental articulation of the spine. Let's try 2 more here. Ooh, the backs of the legs should be feeling awake by now. Last one. And then bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Good. Now settle into your neutral pelvis. Take the hands behind the head. Inhale to get ready. And we're just going to take a nice upper body flexion. So you're going to curl forward and then inhale, release. Good. Exhale, flex the shoulder blades off the mat and then lower down. Good. Exhale and inhale. So nice. Keep the neck strong. So while we're working the abdominals here, really feel like your spine is able to get into a big flexion. So we're mobilizing the spine. not just doing crunches. It's a double duty action. All right, take one more here. Good. Now lay back on the mat, hover your head just barely off the floor, and take a couple of side bends. So almost like a bear, kind of rubbing your back up against a tree. Just side bend, rib to hip, and switch. Very good. If you're wearing like a slippery t-shirt, this will be perfect. You'll kind of slide easily back and forth. So good. Shortening one side of the waist, stretching out the other. Very good. Now we're going to combine this side bend with the flexion. So fold over to one side. You're going to curl up through that crunch position, fall to the other side, and release in the middle. Go that same way. So we circle from right through the center to the left and lower. Keep going that same way. Good. Keeping that chin away from the chest, making your upper back be the mover. So good, you guys. Go two more in this direction. Trying to draw the biggest circle with your upper back as you can. Now pause at the bottom and let's reverse. So we side bend to the left, curl through center, and then open and release. Good. Very nice. Good. So using the abdominals to pull the spine into these nice big positions. Good. Two more. Keep the feet nice and anchored. And last one. Oh, very, very good. All right. Raise the legs up to a tabletop. Grab onto the legs with your hands and just start kind of rocking and rolling back and forth. Use the grip on the legs to help you, and that should start to get a little bigger and bigger till you feel like you're rocking all the way up onto your sitting bones. Very good. So now going into a nice rolling like a ball, we're breathing in as we rock to our shoulders, exhaling to come up. Good. So keeping this tight rolled up shape. Good. Using the abs to find the roll back. Very good. Let's do two more. And last one. Good. Now come up and set the feet on the mat. Whew. Okay. Next, we're going to get a little bit more stretch for the backs of the legs. Same basic movement pattern. So raise the legs up. Instead of holding the thighs, hold on to your calves or your ankles. Good. Now really stay under control here so we're not just flinging our head back. Go as slowly as you can. As we get onto our shoulder blades, you're going to straighten the legs and separate the feet slightly. Now as you roll back up, connect the legs and bend at the top. Yes, so it can happen all at once. You open and reach and then bend and return. That's it. Good. And you can have kind of a light grip on the legs so that you can make adjustments to work with your mobility. Yes, so you can pull the legs a little closer to your body if you've got that range, or let them kick a little away from your body if you're feeling tighter. Yes, couple more. Stay under control even though the legs are disconnecting. So good. Last one. Feel that nice rolling through the spine and then come up and relax. Good. Okay, last one here. This is the most challenging version. We're going to leave the legs straight and separated the whole time. So an open leg rocker. If this isn't working, go back to one of the prior two versions. So legs are straight. Grab on as close to your ankles as you're able. Low back is tucked. Sternum is lifted. All right, now like there's a vacuum behind you, vacuuming your t-shirt back to pull you. You're gonna rock to the shoulder blades without the feet touching the floor, and then come back to your sitting bones. And again, this is so much harder with the legs straight as we roll back up. Yes? That long lever is going to want to pull you forward if you're not careful. So really keep that strong connection through the lower abdominals. Very good. Couple more. Lift and then lower. Good. So it's another example of the abs working as the spine is articulating and getting a nice massage. Good. Two more. And last one. Oh, so nice. All right, place the feet down. Let's flip over onto our stomachs now. So come on down. You're gonna place your hands on the mat next to your shoulders. Legs can be about hip width apart and turned out. And then you're gonna rest your nose just barely off of the mat. Okay, while we're here, just take an inhale. Exhale. I want you to breathe out and feel your abdominals hugging up in towards your spine. And then do that again. Inhale, you can relax a little bit through those abs. And then exhale, lift them up and away. Good. Do that a couple more times. And it's not about getting your abdominals off of the floor. It's just about feeling them gently kind of tighten up and in a little bit. Okay. Do that 2 more times. So just practicing that feeling here in isolation. All right. Now exhale. Feel the abdominals connected. Now as you breathe in, keep the abs drawing up, and you're going to gently lift the sternum up away into an upper back extension, and then release back to the mat. Good. And then again, so inhale. Now we're trying to keep our abdominals kind of engaged at a low level the whole time. So rather than engaging and releasing, try to maintain a low level of engagement the whole time. Good. Couple more here. So feel the feet firmly pressing into the floor. Very good. Neck is nice and long. Let's do 2 more. Lift and then lower. Good. Last one. Kneecaps away from the floor. Whew. Okay, now let's make this more challenging by not using the arms. So reach them down by your hips. Tops of the hands can rest on the ground and shoulders are rounded forward. Okay, now as we breathe in, you're going to roll your shoulders back and down. Flip the palms to face your hips and reach the fingertips as you lift the spine. And then reverse that, rounding the shoulders to lower. Good. So we inhale, draw the scapula in towards the spine, and then lower down. That's it. Good. So keeping that nice kind of hum of your abdominals on all throughout. Good. Let's do 2 more. You can always go back to using the support of your hands if you need it. Now lift up and hold. I want you to reach one arm overhead. And then we're just going to switch. Open the arms through a big wide T and take the other arm forward. Yes, open the arms to a T and then reach. It's almost like the hands on a clock, right? They're just switching from kind of 12 to 6 and 3 to 9, passing around. That's it, leaving your body up. Let's do 2 more. So hands are just scraping the edges of a circle. 2. Last one. Now pause, reach both hands back by your hips, lift up a little bit higher, and then release down to the mat. Whew. Very good. Okay, now set the hands back by your shoulders. Move them forward a little bit extra. Okay, we're going to start to go into a slightly bigger back extension if you're ready for that. If you're not, keep it small and leave your ribs on the floor. Okay, the further out your hands go, the less big the stretch will be. Okay, so kind of start in a good spot with your hands. Draw the abs up. Inhale, you're going to squeeze your thighs, push off the mat, and just come up into as big of a back extension as you feel good about, and then lay yourself back down. Good. So if you're feeling ready for a full back extension, your abdominals, your ribs, more of your front of your body is going to be coming off of the floor. Yes. If you want to keep it smaller, you leave the bottom half of your torso down and just focus on the upper back. Okay, so if you've got any back issues, you can maybe keep this on the smaller side. Very good. Do this 2 more times. Draw the abs up and in and lower. So good. 1 more. All right. Good. Now this next one can also be done in a smaller extension. take your right hand and move it more centered on your mat. Okay, further away is still easier. Reach your left arm forward. So I've got my right elbow kind of bent out at 45 degrees. Now I'm going to come up into that nice back extension. I could either leave my elbow on the floor or come up into my full back stretch. Then I'm going to twist my left arm back to rotate. I come back and set the elbow on the floor to lower. Good, do that again. So if you're keeping it smaller, you leave your forearm on the mat and just do the twist from the upper body, which is still super challenging. Yes, so we float the upper body, we push off the arm and twist. Good, that's a ton of work for those glutes. Let's do this a couple more times. Adjust that hand placement till you get some good leverage. Now the final thing we can add here is when we lift up, you're going to bend the left knee and see if you can just touch your foot. That's all. And then release and come down. Good. Up and back, only if you feel really stable in this position. So good. Last one. If by chance you can grab your foot and want to stay here for a little extra stretch, kicking into your hand, go for it. If you'd rather stay down and just stretch your quad, that is another choice. Very good. Reverse that to come all the way down. Okay, let's do that with the other arm. So bring your left arm bent in line with the center of your mat. Right arm is straight. Okay, here we go. Leave the elbow down for less extension, up for full spinal work, and then lower. Good. Try to watch that hand through its whole journey up and back. So nice, you guys. So this is full body working, upper, lower, middle, everything. Good. All right, if the bending of the knee to reach towards your foot felt good on the other side, you can start to add that in here. Yeah, it's just a little something extra. Not necessary. Good. Make sure your lumbar spine isn't taking on all the extension. Try to spread it out. Now stay up if you'd like. Grab the inner side of your foot. Kick back into your hand. Breathe here. If it's too much, you can drop down into a quad stretch. Very good. All right, come back to the mat. Push back over your heels and take a nice rounded back stretch. That was a lot of extension. Good. You can kind of shift your hips from heel to heel. Very good. All right, come to a comfortable seated position on your mat, and we will finish with 3 big deep breaths all together. So close your eyes if you like. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Last time. And with that, our holiday challenge is complete. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to do all 5 workouts before January 3rd and check out all the eligibility details for the giveaway down in the description. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like and comment on this video, and share the whole challenge with a friend. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.